Good time for a field op, Jal. What's your combat disposition?
I kill the enemy before they see me. Do I need another one?
No, that'll do fine.
How many AI like Sam are there, back where you are from?
Not many. Most people are afraid of AI.
The Wallace-Archer bias is a curious phenomenon.
Pardon?
Hostile individuals exist, whether organic or synthetic. AI have a smaller sample size.
Maybe not, but when AI do go rogue, they're a real threat.
The belief that, in a civilization where creating AI is a hostile act, any created AI will inevitably become hostile.
That was one hell of a shot, Jal.
They become easier if you imagine your target is the Archon's face.
Noted.
No. Yaleon is an elder sibling. The younger sibling is Oleon.
What do you call a child with no family?
Sholeon. Adopted sibling.
Sholeon.
You have a huge task to responsibly settle all your people in Helios.
It seems incredible, sometimes, the idea of making places to live, even though we've already done it. There's so much hope riding on us.
Speaking for the Resistance, I know what that's like.
The planets in Helios still look so alien.
They look stranger with humans on them.
I like your rifle, Jal.
I built the modifications myself. Once it was Ket. Now it kills them for me.
Back home, some people name their favorite weapons.
This one is a Darav. You and Ryder move in the open very freely.
We have to. We're here to explore.
It's only strange after years of keeping our heads down against the Ket. One day we'll destroy them. I'm determined that it will be soon.
Sorry, how many?
8 brothers and sisters, almost 4 times as many cousins. My mother's. A lot of voices with opinions on what to do or to be.
No kidding. How do you handle that?
Honestly, not well. Cora, this talent you and PB have.
Biotics?
What does it feel like? Does it hurt?
When you really let loose, it's like a massive, deadly sneeze.
Amazing. What's a sneeze?
Too bad your people don't have biotics. But that EM ability of yours?
We all have it. It's useful, but not exciting.
You make art with it, fight with it, blow up electronics.
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose it has a beauty.
It's hard when you're small, when biotics means what happens if you get angry at Mom.
Our parents train our skills like they teach us to dress ourselves. You didn't have help? I feel sad for that child.
Things are still better than they were. Besides, who knows what human biotics will look like in another century or two.
And that implant amplifies your natural biotic potential?
Yep.
It must act on neuroelectrical impulses. But that seems risky. What sort of transistor does it use?
I don't know.
Mind if I just...
No!
So many of my family are distinguished. The name carries weight on its own. I didn't want the name to carry me. I want my own story, if that makes any sense.
Plenty. I just can't imagine that much family. I didn't even have one brother or sister.
What? How?
I don't know. Ask my parents.
Are you upset to be the only child of your parents? This team, and your commando team before that, does it satisfy that yearning?
It's a different kind of belonging than family. Here, I can walk away, good or bad. That knowledge is always there.
Yet you stay. For the adventure?
For the adventure. Scoot over, Jal. You're taking up my seat. Too hot in here for that.
Do you mean hot or hot?
Just shove over. The Angara always seem to be hugging someone or punching them. Do you get sick a lot?
Maybe. Illness is a private matter. We never speak of it.
Really? No sick days? No starve a fever, nurse a cold?
It's suddenly very hot in here.
Want some Medigel?
Please, stop. You are in excellent physical condition, Cora. Better than anyone on the squad.
Thanks. Didn't realize you were paying attention.
The mind wants what the mind wants. I think I understand now why the Asari are such a force in your galaxy.
Things are different in Andromeda. I forgot that for a while.
Cora, never be ashamed that you put your faith in others. In order to learn, we must open our hearts. What else is there? Cora, what do you do for fun?
You've seen my plans.
I'm beginning to suspect that the Angaran word for fun doesn't translate well. Are we friends, Cora?
I think so. I hope so.
But you never talk to me the way you do to Drak. And you're good friends with him.
Don't let him hear that. I'll never live it down.
Shouldn't he know how you feel? I'm misunderstanding something.
We're friends, Jal. And Drak's an ass. The good kind.
The crew has developed a feeling of family, don't you think?
Yeah, we've been through a lot together.
Become fond of each other. Bonded.
Some more than others, but yes.
I'm fond of you, Cora. Like a sister. We're family.
She seems happy.
Who?
Miss I've Got a Dreamy Smile Ryder over there. Stay sweet, Jal. She needs someone like you.
By the way, our term for a loved one is Tailshay.
It is?
I thought you or Ryder might like to know.
Thanks, Jal. Will things be all right with your family after what happened at the forge?
There are ways to forgive any mistake. If you want to. I won't drink down the same poisons Aksul did.
Good for you.
Even dead, I won't give Aksul any more victories.
Jal, I've been thinking about the Jardin.
About what we discovered? About my people.
Just making sure you're all right.
It's strange, but I feel a little sorry for the cat.
Really?
We were designed on purpose and with care. The cat can only patchwork themselves together. If they have a destiny, it's only what they've stolen.
Hey, Ryder, pit stop? Wouldn't mind stretching my legs.
I agree. Stop, hop out, run in a circle, and get back in.
No? Well, fine.
Refreshing.
I read your dossier.
Dossier, huh? Fancy. So, what's it say?
That's classified.
Uh-huh. Don't start something you can't finish, Harper.
Okay, look, not starting anything. I'm military, you're not. But we're in this together now. Only thing that counts is getting out of it. If you've got the skills to help with that, and it looks like you do, then
Then we're good?
we're good.
Did you leave many people behind in the Milky Way?
No, parents are gone, but my old unit could still be alive.
Yeah, some of my contacts might be kicking around. Isn't it weird saying things like that while knowing you'll never see them again?
No stranger than them being 600 years older than we are.
If we're getting into the deep stuff, we need a few stiff drinks first.
You started it, you're buying. You seemed at home on Kadara. Very at home.
I should. I lived that kind of life for years. You don't look okay with that.
I am, just not the idea of losing you to someone like Sloan or Reyes. Too many good people have gone off the grid.
So you're not going to report me for doing business on Kadara, are you?
Business, Vetra? Weren't you busy on the ship the whole time?
You're a good one, Harper.
Got a bit sloppy in that last fight. Nasira would be scolding me for bad technique.
She taught you just fine. You don't need hand-holding.
Just wish I felt steadier out here. All these new challenges.
We're making it through. Sometimes that's all you need. You know, the freelancer's life does have its charms.
So Kadara's tempting you then?
Got into this life because I had to. I'm good at it, but that doesn't mean it's good for me. Or Sid. That's why we came out here. Options.
Oh yes, endless options. Sand or ice, scourge or murder aliens.
Yes, well. You said your parents were gone, Cora. What happened?
Don't know. While I was away on training, their cargo freighter disappeared in the Attican Traverse. I looked for them every time I was posted that way. Nothing.
That's rough.
Not everything gets tied up in a bow.
I know what you meant before about not having closure. Our dad, mine and Sid's, left when she was only a toddler. Never found out why. But his reasons didn't matter. Only Sid mattered.
She was lucky to have you.
No sense wondering why you were dealt that particular hand. Better to just play the round.
So how did you learn to do these things? Doesn't sound like you had a lot of help.
I didn't, and the answer is I made a lot of mistakes. Made mistakes, survived, got angry, got up, and learned not to do it again. That's something nobody could have helped me with. I had to figure it out for myself.
Interesting.
Thing is, not everything works for everyone. You gotta find your own way, and I know what mine is.
Gotta say, I admire what you've done. For yourself and for Sid.
Too kind, Cora. Most people think I'm crazy for dragging her out here.
No, I mean before that. Striking out on your own, raising her.
You make it sound like it was a choice I made. It wasn't.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to.
Don't worry about it. Turned out pretty good, all things considered.
Anyway, kudos. I couldn't have done that.
Oh, come on. You give yourself far too little credit, Cora Harper.
What does Sid think about all this? Not many miners are out of stasis.
She acts like it's all right. She's still optimistic.
But not stupid.
Not even a little bit.
You said damage to her cryo array woke her early. How early?
She saw everything go down. The uprising, authority changing hands, several times. Honestly, Cora, sometimes I wonder if she keeps it together so I don't give up.
Vetra? What's up? You keep sighing.
Do I? Sorry. Sid called and asked if I can get her a timer, Metagel, and 15 pairs of socks. That can't be good.
That rumor about you smuggling defense plans out of Menai.
Nope, we don't talk about Menai.
Why not? Anyone who'd care is 600 years that way.
Fine. Over drinks. You're buying. Someone's standing taller.
You think so?
What happened on the Asari Ark has to sting, but honestly, you seem better for it. If you lost anything back there, it was probably something you didn't need.
Whoa, look out!
Ah! What was that for?
Just making sure we're still awake.
Nice scent, Vetra. What is that?
Gel needed solder, so he traded for this homemade lotion. I feel softer than any Turian should.
So what do you really think? Aya or Kadara?
Kadara, no question. I'll pick unpredictable over beautiful any day. Okay, Cora. Aya or Kadara?
Prodromos. It's small, but it's ours.
In all your time with the Asari, did you ever meet an Ardat Yakshi?
Not that I know of. Always wondered about our sniper, Tethys, though. We got pretty lucky with this crew, all said and done. Gil, Callow, Suvi.
Especially Suvi. So smart, cool under pressure, and that voice. If a person could ever fall for a voice, there it is. Sometimes on these trips, my mind wanders, and suddenly I'm daydreaming that Callow's a spy leading a crazy double life.
Seems more in character for you. Your dad taught you to shoot, you said.
The basics. The fancy stuff I got from a Batarian merc who took pity on me. She really was something. Old as the stars, had seen everything. Wish Sid could have met her.
Nice dodge back there, Vetra. Very fancy.
Thanks. Learned it from a pirate back in the Verge.
Did you know him long?
About a minute and a half. It wasn't much of a bar brawl.
So I ran into Sid the last time we...
Shit. She didn't... Was she bothering you?
What? No. She just said hi and that she was busy wrangling some connections.
Right. Yeah. She's investigating opening up more communication between Kadara and us. Like something above board, official, sanctioned. I'm letting her take the lead. If it doesn't pan out, well, at least you know she tried.
She seems happy to be contributing.
That's all I can ask for, really.
You two make a cute couple.
The heart wants what it wants, huh?
The heart, the mind, the other things?
Say, Cora, can we talk?
About Ryder?
Yes. No. About you and me and Ryder. I don't want to lose a friend over him, but...
Me neither. But I know...
Spirits. Awkward.
Okay, spirits. Good call. We'll get a drink after. Talk properly.
Right. Maybe when Ryder's not eavesdropping. You hung out with a lot of Asari. You never...
I never. Their friendship was enough.
Asari, though? Sorry, babe. You're the best. I love you. Who needs a blue tentacle head?
So did I hear that right back there? You table danced in Omega?
That was one job. One. Somehow it ended up being me watching the floor and providing distraction.
Dancing's one of your many talents, then.
Shit, no. I tripped over myself 30 seconds in, accidentally ripped out of Volus's breather trying to break my fall. He started choking, launched himself backwards into a bunch of Batarian mercs, and then the fists were out.
Oh, no. Oh.
The fight lasted 2 days. Worked out, though. Took them a week to sort everything out, and by then we were smoke. You know, you shouldn't let Drac get under your skin so much. He means well.
He doesn't get under my skin. Wait, does he think I'm upset? I think I just gained the upper hand. So you seem pretty anti-Nexus, even for a Krogan.
That's your job around here, noticing things.
My job is to watch Ryder's back.
Who watches yours?
Guess we'll find out, big guy.
If we're lucky and that remnant junk does its job, maybe EOS will be all right for an outpost.
I hope we stay lucky. The whole initiative's balancing on technology we don't understand yet. Word is you fought in the Krogan rebellions.
Hard to believe with my youthful good looks, I know.
No one came out of that war looking good.
Just the Asari, they tend to keep their hands clean.
I'm guessing even you weren't around for the Rachni Wars.
Before my time, but you could still see the aftermath when I was young. Ruined cities devoured from below, smoke still pouring out of old nests, centuries after my people burned them out, and the bleached skulls of Rachni queens in the dust.
Wow.
We learned a lot from the Rachni, nearly learned how to go extinct.
How do you choose your scouts? Volunteers or do you recruit?
Both. Young'uns'll hear about what I'm doing, hunt me down, and if I like the look of them, I sign them up.
The look of them?
Why? It's not a beauty contest. If you look like it took a shuttle to the face but you're still walking, I want you. Harper, you work too hard.
At least I get paid.
Who taught you to shoot, Harper? Your stance is all over the place.
It's a Karita stance. Classic for Asari commandos, but it's not for everyone. A Krogan, for example, would look like a whale trying to dance ballet.
Better than looking like a Solarian tied to a ceiling fan. Got an empty heat sink, Harper?
What for?
Plugging a hole in my armor, winds whistling through my nethers.
Here, and I don't ever want it back. You know you hum when you're aiming?
Works for me, don't knock it.
Wouldn't dream of it. Catchy tune.
Why do you think I hum it? Where was your greatest victory, Harper?
My commando unit did well at Ambrisi. 40 civilians to evacuate in a terrorist base where one shot would set off the alarms. We got them out in one night, assassinated the base leader, and left the other terrorists pointing guns at each other.
Can't say I'm familiar with that one.
That's commando work for you. I know what I did. Missed a shot or two back there, huh?
2 words, Harper. Covering and fire. Can get you a picture book if you need one.
Nah, I wouldn't deprive an old man of his bedtime reading.
Still sulking about poker night, Harper.
I'll win it back, eventually. Not even Gil's that good.
Lose enough, and maybe he'll take pity on you.
Keep smiling that pretty, pretty smile, Drac. I take Gil down, you're next.
I'd say take your best shot, but we both know what your best shot looks like.
Drac, will you clean your armor? That smells moving in and picking out wallpaper.
Hey, if you don't like the smell, you can,
You okay, big guy?
Yeah, just old man moment. I got a good one. Don't rush me.
I'll wait. Dinner with anyone, alive or dead? First explorers to the Citadel. You?
Solarian scientist who invented the genophage. Of course, after dinner, I'd have to snap his neck and change history. Then you probably wouldn't be here, or maybe ever been born. Still, probably worth it. What now, Harper?
Just trying to imagine you with a little toddler Kesh hand in hand.
Imagine her clinging to my head, shrieking like a gutted engine. You'll get a clearer picture.
Every place we go, things seem desperate. And just one team to fix it. That's heavy odds.
Go by the odds, and we'd never have made it here in the first place.
On the ground, this feels bigger.
Give yourself a break, Harper. No one's worth making yourself miserable, especially Sarissa.
I should toss out every one of her damn battle manuals.
Don't you dare. If those manuals made you this kind of fighter, it'd be criminal to toss them.
Thanks, Drac. How are you feeling, big guy?
Well enough to bench a smart-ass biotic. And she says no, I'm at a guest at the party.
Next kid is yours, Drac. Won't help your people, but
I'll take that shot.
take as many as you need. So you're 1,400 years old?
Most of me, bits drop off, stuff gets added.
That's still a long time. Longer than Asari, even.
I had a lot of bastards to outlive, you know how it is. Of course, the best thing about the rebellions was Shiagur, the warlord, my ancestor.
Every Krogan propping up a bar says she's their ancestor.
But how many have the clan brands to prove it?
Never wanted to get that close.
Well, now's your chance. They're on my...
I'll take your word for it, Drac. If you were an Asari commando, you'd be heading for retirement with honors by now.
Ugh. Wait, would I get free booze?
I don't think so.
Ugh.
I confiscated a bottle of Rincol. If you can catch it one-handed, it's yours.
Ha, find 2 glasses that won't dissolve, and it's ours. Getting friendly with Ryder.
Jealous?
As if you could handle this much, Krogan.
I could, but I'd sooner kiss a thresher maw.
Meh, I do know a couple of single ones. Weren't you pals with the old human Pathfinder? Was he anything like this one?
A bit. Very smart, kinda grumpy. Always had a plan. Don't think he planned for this much to go wrong, though.
So, the old Pathfinder, did he have any deep, dark secrets?
Everyone has a few.
Forget that stick up your ass for once. He's gone. No harm sharing the juicy stuff.
Go kiss a gun barrel.
Ha! You see, Ryder? That's loyalty.
How does it feel to have your botanist back?
Not as much fun as chasing down the pricks who took him. But that kid's where my people need to end up. The old ways are worn out.
Not all of them. Don't worry, PB. We're going to bring the Asari Ark home.
Who's worried? The Lucinia's okay or it's not. Either way, not much I can do.
You don't care that thousands of your people are missing?
My people can figure it out. I've got Remnant to work on.
I can't believe you're so blasé about the Asari Ark. We're stuck here with 100 problems. We need support, experience.
Oh, yay. Let's get more old biddies arguing over what to do. Wait long enough, and 9 times out of 10, problems fix themselves.
If you won't give a damn about saving the Asari Ark, then I will.
See? Problem solved. Really putting your heart into finding the Asari arc, aren't you?
Sorry if that's inconvenient. I know you've got a busy day of not giving a shit.
Hey, I give a shit. I give lots of shits. I just don't need to give one about the Lucinia because you do. You've got enough shit giving for a herd.
Okay, thanks.
I hear you were like a human huntress or something.
I served with the Asari commandos, if that's what you mean.
So weird. Can't imagine fighting someone else's wars.
I was there to learn.
Learn what?
Patience, apparently.
Serving with Asari commandos doesn't make you Asari.
When did I say that?
You sure act like it sometimes. It's kind of funny. Just saying, don't be that person. Nothing worse.
You're wrong. Alien cultures need to learn from each other, change, grow.
Here we go again.
Otherwise, what's the point of the initiative?
Finding new stuff? Not rehashing everything old and ending up the same?
Asari culture's old to you, not to us.
Sure thing, matriarch. Can we get back to something interesting?
PB, just so you know, I'm not stealing anyone's culture. Fighting with Asari commandos changed how I think. It was meant to.
My, aren't we defensive today?
Yeah, I'm defensive. The Council ran that program specifically so species would integrate. It might save lives.
I guess it's faster than waiting.
PB, what did you mean before about it's faster than waiting?
Preying on your mind, huh? You know, my people are the big wheels back home. We have the money, the power, the tech. Other species want to be like us. Since Asari live so long, we can wait for everyone to be that way. And it's so boring. Who wants a galaxy where everyone just agrees?
Commandos.
So, Cora, shoot straight with me, will you?
I'll try.
You don't like me.
I don't like your methodology.
Oh, don't hide behind vocabulary. So what makes you tick, Cora? Oh, you're no fun.
No, getting yammered at isn't fun.
Yammer back then! Raise your pulse rate, something.
I'll just remain at the ready if you don't mind.
Sorry, I dozed off for a minute. Cora, can I have a word or two?
You get one.
It'll sound more sincere if it's two.
One.
All right. Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
So much for sincerity.
If you only give me one word, I'm going to pick a big one.
Just shut up.
If you'd let me have 2 words.
PB, I swear.
I was going to say, I'm sorry for always trying to push your buttons. Now, if you'd give me 3 words.
Just quit while you're ahead, please. What did you do back in the Milky Way?
A job, you mean? Nope, not for me.
Everyone needs to eat. You must have done something.
I did a bunch of things. Scout, courier, shuttle mechanic, short order cook for a while, researcher. The week after that, I switched things up a little.
How did you ever commit to a 600-year intergalactic voyage?
Easy. It was new. So, Cora, you like numbers, contingencies, all that. We're going to make it here, aren't we?
I hope so.
It'd be pretty stupid to come all this way just to fail.
True.
Cool. Good to know. I knew remnant tech was the answer. A few more like EOS and we're sitting pretty.
No one's sitting pretty yet. The staff of those outposts have a lifetime of work. And that's if your remnant technology keeps working like we need it to.
Look, I spent months out there with sand in my bits. Let me have this. So, Cora, want to do something later? Pillow fight? Shooting cans? Cocoa and secrets? Forget I asked.
I've got messages from Director Tan that I don't want to deal with. Could use some creative help in making them disappear.
Too small. Let's make Director Tan disappear. Know any good marching songs?
My unit used to sing Walking, Talking to Vera.
I've heard that one. Doesn't it have 60 rhymes for azure?
68 plus 1. I guess he is unique, isn't he?
Who?
Jal. I'm amazed all that staring hasn't burnt a hole in his armor.
You're saying you're not a little curious?
I say nothing. I've got my own someone to be curious about.
Come on, seriously? Every soldier has tattoos.
Not where you'll ever see them.
I like them where they are.
Eyes over here, PB. PB,
What?
pay attention.
To what?
To anything. I don't want to have to pick up the slack because you're distracted.
Oh, don't worry. I have stellar quick twitch muscles. No slack to pick up. Cute, isn't he?
Who?
Ryder. That smile, those big eyes. His ass isn't bad either.
I'm not doing this.
No, but you want to, right? I know I do. You getting all this, Ryder?
Leave me out of it.
Let me tell you, it is so worth it.
Classy. Why don't you go practice your charm on the remnant?
Cora, don't worry. When I want something, I go get it. But I probably won't keep it.
What?
Ryder. More than likely, you can have him when I'm done.
I'm right here, you know?
You think I want Ryder?
Still here.
Would explain the bug up your ass.
Okay, I'm done.
Well, well, well.
Well, what?
You and Ryder, huh? Well done. I like what I'm seeing.
Could change in a heartbeat. Don't go soft on me.
Oh, there's no chance of that.
Glad to hear it.
She's staring at your ass, Ryder.
I am? Oh, look at that. I am. So, Cora...
I know, all right. I shouldn't have put my faith in Sarissa. I should have remembered she's just as fallible as me, but I didn't. Happy now?
I'll be happier when you've shot something.
You and me both.
So, Cora, Asari Commandos. I hear a lot of things.
You hear or you watch low-budget action vids?
Either way, Huntresses hunt. They sabotage. They do assassinations.
All officially sanctioned.
And that was all fine with you?
Yeah, hunt down anti-Citadel fanatics or let crisis response mop up the blood later. That's not a choice.
Ever disobeyed an order, Cora?
In my soldier days? No, that's kind of the point.
Is that mechanical? You never thought about it.
Military discipline isn't there to give you something cool to rebel against. In combat, people depend on you being in the place they expect, doing what you're meant to do, or they die.
That doesn't mean you're doing the right thing.
I know.
Your runner suit needs a strip down, Cora. Tint is off.
Excuse me?
The tint. That model was used in the first contact war doc, and Exo Wright recolored the product line to match. But they used the poster as reference. For screen accurate, it needs to be lighter.
I don't choose my gear based on fictional dropship rescues.
Didn't say what scene it was from. Offer stands. Is this what you signed on for?
It's what we have.
Not the answer I'm looking for.
Just help Ryder and keep going. That's all we can do.
And there. It ticked over.
What did?
We were promised a prefab homestead exactly this long after exiting cryo.
We'll get there, won't we, Ryder?
You left, right, left.
So you can talk the talk. Now walk it.
Hustle was a good scene. People from all over helping out when it mattered. A lot of right ways to help in a crisis. All we needed was coordination. Not too different from how Ryder runs the team.
It works. Might work differently if we were at war.
Lucky we're not then. What was your deal, coming to Andromeda?
Chance for a niche that didn't exist anywhere else. Though I suppose it doesn't here either.
We're changing that. I know it. Marco!
Who?
Good enough. Dracarian's War? The black and white one?
Nope.
What about Heart of Sirius?
Nope.
Who can live this long and miss that many classics?
Must be a talent.
You went deep with the Asari. Where's their early tech? Their motoring museum equivalent.
That was about 30,000 years back. Not much left.
Oh, no Asari chitty chitty bang bang?
Also no Asari child catcher.
Ugh, for the best then. I forwarded your deployment ideas to Outpost leadership. They'll discuss.
Discuss? We need an implementation plan now.
That's not how civilian outposts work. Still not at war, Cora.
I'm trying to keep it that way.
Did you and Ryder's dad ever chat? Get to know each other?
Sometimes. Not much small talk. He didn't talk small.
He and I had our little routine. I'd say, good morning, and he'd say,
He liked saving people more than socializing with them. No more hidden ops, Liam. That mess with Callet can't happen again.
We had to deal with him eventually.
I just prefer more controlled circumstances.
I'll try, but I was in crisis response, not controlled circumstances response. You keep your head under fire. I figured Asari only got that calm after a few hundred years.
You can get there in under a century if the right focus is drilled into you.
So, bake 1 hour at 300 degrees or 1 minute at 3000?
Yes, exactly like that.
Anyone up for Would You Rather?
Did you just ask, would you rather, would you rather?
That's cold, Cora. Know any Turian tactics? I ran into this scarred up merc who had some really good... You don't care.
It's just, I've studied tactics from 1,000-year campaigns, Liam.
Man, this story killed back home. I've never seen anything as badass as those Asari.
I saw that kind of firepower in my Huntress unit for years. Never got used to it.
But you were one of them.
I was there. Really being one of them would be a few centuries' work.
Good work back there.
Back where?
Wherever you like. There's a whole galaxy behind us. Tempest is a good name. Not the best name, but it's good.
So what would be best?
Hey, complaining doesn't mean I want it to be my job.
It never does.
Are we good, Cora?
If I can get civilian operation through my head, yes. Just remember that I came by a lot of my skills the hard way.
They should put that in a greeting card.
Now I'm imagining the picture you'd have on the front.
I miss being able to give directions by what used to be there.
What are you talking about?
Turn where the chip shop used to be. That's a hometown.
One day, if we do our jobs. Liam, I'm getting a lot of anomaly reports from one prospector. Really weird reports.
Let me guess. Alwyn Lloyd? Travels solo and reads too many spy comics. Could probably change his breather more often. Just forward it to me. I'll translate for colonial affairs.
Maybe loop in a psychiatrist. Freud would love this guy.
Right. Get him a tincture of lithium while we're at it. I can't believe the Nexus exiled so many.
We weren't there.
We are now. Someone's got to fix this mess.
We support that Pathfinder, one job at a time.
Favorite place back on Earth?
I wasn't there much. I suppose I liked London?
Good choice.
If you're security, be secure.
I know what I'm doing. This job didn't exist until I started doing it.
We screw up, none of our jobs will exist.
I'm aware, thanks. Tight grip on that weapon, Cora.
It's nothing. If we get things back on track, it's nothing.
I hear ya.
Trigger discipline, Costa.
Stop riding me, Harper.
You're better than your listed training. You had a mentor.
I had a team who didn't want me to die. Still do, right?
We all do. Kind of miss the infrastructure in place back in the Milky Way.
Right, the good old days, when squirrels carried the plague.
What are you even talking about?
Just saying, we gave up lots of things, including a world where squirrels carried plague. Earth, that was the one. We'll just have to make new bloated infrastructures, and find squirrels. I miss rickets.
I still don't know what you're talking about. Liam, if you and the Pathfinder ever want privacy, I can give you log-off authorization for Sam.
Why? I signed up for everything, no conditions. Besides, I wouldn't ask her to turn part of herself off. She never turns me off.
Just making sure Ryder knows it's a choice.
You and the Pathfinder, huh?
Very observant, Liam.
It's none of my business, is it?
I don't kiss and tell. You and Ryder seem cozy.
Yeah?
Don't think many of the others have noticed.
Like I care. I'd broadcast it if I could.
Just so you know, Liam, your jump jet malfunction with the Pathfinder triggered a life signs alert. A room full of technicians pulled up the SAM feed to observe. They observed. Understand?
That's awesome.
Strange what triggers memories. Something about that last combat took me back to training.
Voice of a mentor? Favorite training ground?
The smell of blood from an impact meant to teach respect.
Hard one you, Cora Harper.
Tighten up, Costa. I'm not getting flanked because you're distracted.
Do you prefer Batarian Flood, Roman Column, or Elcor Core?
Just pick one and stick to it.
Archon's dead. Maybe now you can ease off on the military precision?
Trying. I can't shake that thinking so easy.
So long as it's somewhere when we actually need it.
I sense you don't trust me, veteran Nix.
Where are you getting that?
You seem distant. You don't meet my eyes.
I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest?
Of course.
I don't really know you yet. We're the aliens here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you resented that.
So you act like you don't like me because you're not sure if I like you.
That kinda covers it.
No, I don't resent you. And what I know so far, I like. Does that make things easier?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
You're afraid your sister will die here.
What sort of thing is that to say to someone?
I see it in your eyes.
So just because it's true, you can say it out loud?
I've offended.
I'm not offended. I just want this conversation to be over.
I've hurt you.
I said over.
I asked about your fear of Sid dying, because we call that dosashan. It means good fear, or maybe noble fear.
You see fear as good?
Fearing things that should be feared keeps you alive. It's good. Your struggle here is driven by dosashan. The same as when we fight the Ket, but embracing dosashan, not letting it hold you down. That's courage. You were courageous to come here, Vetranix. You and your sister.
Wow. Thank you. Jal, did you know we were here? When the Nexus first got here, did you know?
I didn't. Not at first. Later, there were reports of a ship caught in the Scourge.
No one went to investigate? To offer help?
The last aliens we encountered were the Ket. We were cautious.
I see.
You're not happy.
No, I'm not happy. But I do understand.
Is Sid your only sister, Vetra?
That I know of, yeah.
We have large families. When you are surrounded by family, you feel strong, like a wall. Many stones standing as one. You can't have a wall with just 2 stones.
But you can smash someone's head between 2 stones?
I like the way you think. I'd like to meet your sister sometime.
You're gonna regret it. She's a pain.
Why do you say things like that? I don't think you believe them.
I do say things like that, don't I? I don't know why. It's almost a reflex.
It's like you're embarrassed that you care. You feel vulnerable, exposed.
There might be some truth to that.
Caring doesn't make you weak. I admire that you care for Sid.
You're right. Thanks, Jal.
People say you can get anything.
They do say that, don't they? By the way you're looking at me, I take it you want something.
Well, the Resistance is always in need of equipment. I'm sure there's something we can trade.
We can talk about it more when we get back to the ship. Now that I'm thinking about it, I know of some helmets that would look great on Angara.
As long as they complement our eyes. You have a fondness for large weapons, Seems impractical.
It's not about practicality. Half the battle's about intimidation.
Ah, yes. The Frumfrav do that exact thing.
The what?
Frumfrav, tiny, timid creatures. When disturbed, they puff up and screech to scare away attackers.
You're joking. There's no such thing.
Would I lie? You are so bold on the battlefield, yet light on your feet. Like a dance.
You pick up a lot of skills working the angles. Yeah, I've been known to tango now and then.
Why'd you come to Helios?
General you or personal you?
You, Vetra? Personally.
Same reason everyone else did. Bought the pitch.
Must have been an impressive pitch. Was it worth it?
It better be.
The Turians have compulsory military service. Is that right?
Most. I didn't. My father took us from Palaven before I came of age. Maybe it's good not to learn exactly the same thing as everyone else.
Each exalted we kill. I can't help but wonder who it was before.
That's awful to think about.
I see them all as unmarked graves.
Are you doing okay? After that whole exaltation business?
If it means what I think, how could I be doing okay? Would you be okay? Ever?
No, I guess not. Exaltation seems to wipe away any sense of self. Ties to community, the past, anything.
It simplifies them, binds them to nothing but the Ket.
When did you join the Resistance, Jal?
About 3 years ago, when my oldest sister did. Now she leads a Black Ops squad. Somewhere.
Hard to live up to?
Yes, actually.
Sounds familiar. Maybe you should meet Sid. Does Jal mean anything? Do Angara give their children meaningful names?
Meaningful? Of course. My name means plenty. It represents me, and who I am in this world.
No, I mean, does Jal mean anything in Angaran? Warrior, or brave, or clever, or whatever.
On its own? Why would you expect it to? What if Jal meant warrior, and I didn't become a warrior? That would just confuse people.
Have the Angara considered packing up and just leaving Helios?
This is the only home we know. Why would anyone abandon their home? Oh, no offense, Vetra. Abandon was perhaps not the right word.
It's okay. It's a valid question.
I've been reading about the Krogan rebellions from your history.
Go on.
Your friendship with Drac isn't typical of Krogan-Turian relations.
I'll take that as a compliment. He can be a cranky old bastard.
I think you know that's not where I was going with this. Were you evading my question about the Krogan rebellions?
Okay, let's just put it out there. Yes, the Turians did deploy the Genophage against the Krogan. But that was a long time ago. I'm not interested in fighting the wars of my ancestors.
In a way, aren't the Krogan still fighting that war?
Liam's right. Sometimes conversations with you are no fun. So your whole life has been under the thumb of the Ket?
I'm not sure they have thumbs. What you said is true, Vetra. In my lifetime, I've known only war, occupation, extermination.
We're going to change that, Jal. That thing you did in that last fight?
When you have to beat many siblings to the dinner table, you learn to be quick.
Wish I could move like you do.
As I've been reading Milky Way history, I'm coming to think it would be difficult to trust Cererians.
They're the same as the rest of us. Gotta take the good with the bad.
Vetra, I'm glad that we were able to overcome our awkward feelings and become better friends.
Sure. Me too, Jal.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
This.
Yes, but no. For fun.
This.
For fun?
Yes. What makes you think I'm not having fun?
Friendship is hard work. Vetra, I catch PB looking at me. Frequently.
PB likes new shiny things. And why not? You're genuinely interesting.
Vetra, remember when I told you that PB was looking at me frequently?
Yeah? Is it getting annoying? Want me to say something?
No. It's just that lately I find myself looking back.
Huh.
I've been reading Krogan history. I have a few questions.
Careful, Krogan have a saying, history is written by the victors.
Krogan do?
You're from Clan Nakmor, but you weren't born into it. You chose it.
Yeah, the shaman of the clan was strong, and the Kratic wastes were beautiful.
And you had a rite of passage?
It wasn't so much a rite of passage as a death trip. I survived. Now I'm Nakmor Drac.
Drac. Why would anyone, near the end of their life, take a chance joining the initiative?
Why would anyone at the start of theirs join up with strangers like us? Besides, who says I'm old? Who says I'm dying?
I don't think I said that.
You did.
I'm certain I didn't.
Now you're saying I'm deaf.
Ryder?
Nope, not getting involved.
Hey, you're not wrong, Jal. I am old, but I got a lot of living left.
Your history's interesting. How many times did your people save the rest of the Milky Way species?
One too many for some of us.
Why was your galaxy called the Milky Way?
It's not.
But Liam said...
Milky Way is what the humans call it. We have our own word. Solarians have theirs.
So, what do you call it?
It's 600 years away. I call it gone.
What was your galaxy like, Drac?
If you back up far enough, same as this one. Big rocks floating in the void.
And if you look closely?
Aliens killing each other for reasons that don't seem worth it.
So, still the same.
How many worlds have you hidden?
I don't know what you mean.
I know the drill. Scourge is a pain, but it helps too. There's more of you out there. Has to be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Feels good to be on solid ground again.
You don't feel exposed? The Ket are everywhere.
I'd rather face them down here than stuck in a can up there.
You're much larger than the rest of the initiative species.
You'd think that'd help. Don't trust small people. Do anything to get their shots in.
Drac, can we talk about what your people call the genophage?
You want me to just casually talk about one of the most painful things about being Krogan?
Yes.
My clan's stronger than most, and this trip... let's just say we're working on it.
So your granddaughter, Kesh, is superintendent of the Nexus. I thought the Krogan all left.
Nexus brass would have loved to see Kesh off that station with most of us. My Rushan's special. She's keeping them honest.
You're older than some civilizations.
Personally made sure of it a couple of times. Still looking for big game out here. We had Thresher Maws. Gotta kill one to prove you're of age.
And if you didn't kill it?
Then you didn't live longer.
Seems like you could skip the battle and keep alive.
If you call that living. Pretty harsh learning that shit on Vold. Bright side, no children. Every cat an enemy.
An enemy who used to be family.
Right, we'll call it a wash. That many siblings common to you guys?
We have large families. Strength in numbers.
Yeah, Krogan used to run that show. Careful. You got the Ket, we had Solarians. There's always someone thinking they're better than you.
I don't know many Solarians, but they seem nothing like the Ket.
You're right, you don't know many Solarians. Tell me about this Ephra guy.
He's special. A unique, once-in-a-lifetime leader that understands strategy, the enemy, and a fighter's heart. Under his command, we see more success against the Ket. Angara greatly respect him.
Good enough for me.
What's funny?
Just remembering a joke I know. You won't get it.
Try. I want to learn.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Incompetently, an Elcor.
That's terrible.
I'm going to assume explaining wouldn't help. What was that meal that you cooked for us last night?
I call it Drac Surprise.
Wait, we've had that before. It tasted quite different.
That's the surprise.
You were a lot of dead things. Is it for respect? A celebration of life through reverence of death?
It scares people. Piss me off, I'll wear your spine for a hat. Where'd you learn to fight, Jarl? What's your training?
From my father. And older brothers. And sisters. And cousins. My mother's. The Resistance isn't an army. It's more than that.
What was your rite of passage?
I fell in love when I was a young man. Very young. We met on a farm on Aya. She was brilliant. And her eyes were electric. For years, I suffered with a broken heart.
Not what I was expecting.
I understand completely.
Drac, when I mentioned the woman who broke my heart, you said you understood.
Yeah, I did.
Can you tell me why? Did someone break your heart?
Hearts. Krogan have 4. And I'm not saying shit.
I understand completely. Drac, what do Krogan like to do for fun?
Define fun.
Never mind. Drac, you're still with us. I am surprised after what happened with the Krogan on the Archon's ship.
Siding with Solarians cut deep, but I'm not one to quit every time I get cut. Doesn't Sam just freak you out, Jarl? A bot whispering in Ryder's brain, hearing him think.
Not at all. I'd love to take Sam apart. See how it all works. Though I'd need more information. Schematics. I wouldn't want to kill him.
Goes without saying.
Taking me apart would more likely risk killing Ryder.
Yeah, conversation over.
You know, Jarl, you're tougher than you look.
And you're smarter than you look, Drac. Stubborn, though.
You talk like stubborn and smart aren't the same thing. I am dying, though.
Sorry?
While back you asked why anyone nearing the end of their life would come all the way out here. I've lived a long time, seen a lot of things. I know I won't see much more. Guess I just want to go out seeing what no Krogan ever has.
I respect that. It's an honor to fight by your side, Drac.
Feelings mutual.
So, am I the first and only Asari you know?
You are the first, but not the only.
Really? Who else?
There is also Lexi.
Oh, right.
Lexi gave me some reading material about Asari culture.
And?
What? Oh, and nothing. You're an interesting people, although it's curious that you take the genetic material of other races to improve your own, like the Ket.
Jal, I want you to know, Asari don't reproduce like the Ket.
No?
The person we mate with is unchanged, and a brand new being is created from the experience.
But the resulting being is always Asari. I didn't mean to suggest anything terrible.
Asari have more in common with the Angara than the Ket.
Of course. I've hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. Peebee, did I see you unpacking the other day? And then packing, and then unpacking?
What? No. Maybe.
Trying to keep me on my toes?
Just keeping me on my toes, actually. Jal, I heard you singing the other day. I peeked in. You were applying lotion to your neck. Flaps.
You're mistaken.
About?
The singing. However, the daily application of hydrogenated ash salve is important to keep my neck flaps glossy.
So many questions. I have to say, I wish I could have seen the Archon's face when we blasted away from his listing ship. Sitting there watching the Solarian Ark get smaller and smaller must have made him so mad.
I hope he felt powerless, impotent. It's a feeling my people have come to know all too well. It does me good to have introduced him to that emotion.
Hey, Jal. Jal? Jal? You alive?
What? What did I miss?
The way Ryder drives, you can sleep?
This is a very smooth ride. An Asari told me she'd been a dancer in the afterlife. Does your species also believe in reincarnation?
No. Afterlife was a shithole bar. If she survived that to come here, she probably does feel reborn. You've been hanging out at the Cultural Center on the Nexus. Have you read about Omega?
Not yet. Homeworlds first. I want a solid understanding of each species before I dive into the deviants.
Jal, your people have been fighting the Cat for a long time.
Since long before my birth.
Are you encouraged that you have allies now? Us, I mean.
It's better not to die alone. Yes.
Wow. You don't think we can win?
This isn't a typical war. Therefore, winning won't be typical.
Jal, who were those women you were hugging on Aya?
My mothers.
5 mothers? That's a lot of mothers.
How are your improvements to POC coming?
I'm having a little trouble tweaking predictability. It's hard to read her sometimes.
Makes sense. Considering you're adjusting her basic design.
Really? Zap shoots at things. I'd call that easy to predict.
Combat programming is easy. Social programming, not so much.
It's the same for sentience. I'm growing very close to you, BB. To this whole team, really.
My advice? Keep a little distance. Don't lose yourself.
No. I feel stronger for it. Even more sure of who I am. I'm growing very close to you, BB. To this whole team, really.
Don't fight it. Believe it or not, it could make you stronger.
This is something I already know. I feel stronger for it.
Say, Jal, you smell really nice. Like, not just now. Always.
Thank you. I like to... I take pride in all aspects of my person. I like to smell nice.
Well, I think it's great. Where do you get it?
I make it. Is tinkering with alcohols and plant essences that different from explosives?
Yeah, kinda.
PB, what do you like to do for fun?
Whatever's next. That's what's fun.
So, there's nothing from your past that you miss? That you left behind?
Well, I had a weakness for gruesome crime stories. True stories of the Ardat Yakshi among us. That kind of thing. Of course, they probably weren't true, but they were thrilling and kept me up at night.
I'd like to read them.
Me too. But when you travel light, you have to leave things behind.
PB, when Asari exclaim, Goddess, who are they talking about?
Me. Obviously. Ryder, could you hit a ditch or make a sharp turn or something? Jal's snoozing again.
I'll let him sleep.
Ugh. Really? This is not fun.
You know, he only falls asleep when you're here.
What?
Just kidding.
You sure take up a lot of space back here. Your thighs are massive.
Great. Now we're both uncomfortable. You're so alive, PB. More than the others of your species I've met.
I think you're fascinating. Angara are so open with their feelings.
This is a little uncomfortable.
And humans, as we can see, are not. I continue to learn about your people, PB. And the more I hear, the more amazed I become.
It's okay, Jal. I'm not holding a grudge.
You are the glue that binds the Milky Way species. Your ability to reproduce unifies all as one.
Yes, Asari bring everyone together.
You aren't proud of that?
My people are proud enough without me piling on.
PB, have you ever wondered...
If Asari can reproduce with the Angara, hell, yes, I have.
Oh, wait. You have? I have too. The implications are profound. It would suggest the universe is holistic. That you're meant to be here.
Is this a proposition, Joel?
I don't understand.
Should we find out if we're reproductively compatible? Just a harmless flirt, my friend.
Let's do it, PB.
Do what?
Find out if Asari and Angara can mate. You and I. We can be pilgrims.
Joel, yeah, that's not exactly in my immediate plans.
You mean you'd let someone else beat you to it? I didn't know you were. What is that saying, Ryder?
All talk.
All talk. PB, I'm so disappointed. And hurt.
Oh, I get it. Did you two rehearse this or something?
Just a little harmless flirt.
Ryder?
You got yourself into this.
Yeah. That's what I get for trying to make conversation. Joel.
PB.
You two are too cute.
Oh, Ryder, are you sure? Here? Now?
Huh?
But Joel's right here. What if he wakes up? Oh, screw it. I want you. Let's do it.
All right, pull over. I'll give you two some privacy.
I knew you were faking.
It seems I wasn't the only one.
Joel, I tried that paste the Angara eat. Smelled great, but it was not delicious.
And I find your food very bland. Belisaria Bisail, how will we ever get along?
I understand where you're coming from, Joel. I'm here because I had to change things.
Leaving your job isn't the same as joining a resistance.
Of course not. But I know what it's like to want to change things.
No, it's not the same at all. You may have wanted to change the system. I have to fight the system. We have similar variations in our species. Spiritual, political, and physical adaptation has always been a strength of ours.
For us, it depends on who and when you ask.
Then we've had similar problems, too. You were in law enforcement?
Not for long. Or long enough, depending on who you ask.
So, you were bad at it.
No, I wanted to make things better for people. And there were too many obstacles.
You wanted to make things better, so you left? That sounds like you were bad at it.
I'd like to see the rest of Aya one day.
I don't like it. It's mostly bureaucrats.
Can't be worse than some of the other places we're living.
I'd rather have ice or sand through my crack than politicians.
Through your crack? Is that a real thing or a failed attempt at human slang?
Fuck over. What is it now, Liam? I'm not a cultural testbed.
Who else do I ask? I'm making contacts with Angara, but you're right here.
The answer, 90% of the time, is the same as you. We're not mystical others.
Shit. Who pissed in your cereal?
Your doctor. I had a voluntary physical.
Where can I get one of those resistance patches? Trade you a hustle.
It's a kari, and we don't just hand them out.
I earned mine so I could share it.
I earned mine so I could keep it. So you came all this way after 2 years of training.
Felt longer at the time. Sure as hell didn't cover all this.
I'm amazed you assumed a new galaxy would simply accommodate you.
How often does that plain-spoken Angaran honesty get you punched?
You're very precise for someone who appears so completely chaotic.
Thanks, I think. It's about tactical risks. Had some vets spell that out.
No brothers or sisters? I have such difficulty relating to that idea.
Fair enough, I suppose. Although, if I had a lot, I might not have come here.
That I understand. Your Nomad is impressive. We haven't put much effort into ground vehicles recently.
Loss of vehicles to the cat?
Worse, loss of ground.
A strange fact about Angara. Go.
I thought your food was boring. However, I discovered we're actually immune to the capsaicin in your peppers. But the methylanthranilate in some of your candy burns quite painfully.
Well, wing night's going to be weird.
Any favorite holiday traditions? Rituals?
My family was pretty secular. No ritual. It was just about being together.
Odd. Sounds like our most important ones. How do you think your media compares to ours?
Seems like we tell a lot of the same basic stories.
Not according to the files you sent me.
Don't dream it, be it. Pretty basic to me. Think you could get the guys in the iron market to lay off us, Jar?
Paran hasn't mentioned any tension. You're welcome in the market.
I was a cop. I know when there's spit in my food.
Did you have a favorite world?
I'm genetically conditioned to think Earth was beautiful.
Earth. You're a very literal species.
Like it's just us. Find one species whose name doesn't mean the people.
Annoying, but fair.
Get those pictures I forwarded. They don't do Earth justice. Cities far as you could see, blue skies to bluer oceans.
Blue on blue. How do you know where one ends and the other begins?
You'd get wet.
Ah. We have people who aren't funny too.
Favorite planet?
Haval.
Because of family.
Because of family. Why else?
Ryder's got this.
Oh. What is that? You do it a lot.
Humans sometimes express uncertainty by talking to themselves and hoping no one will notice.
I can't imagine what some of the initiative members have seen. Drak is 1,400 years old. That's hard to comprehend.
He's not so bad. Sorry, now they really dig in with the you don't have the ears to understand.
But we really don't.
Okay, sure, but Nana doesn't have to be so snotty about it. How have you kept morale up with Ket everywhere?
We haven't. There's no secret to living under oppression. We make do.
That's not reassuring.
I'm here to observe the initiative, not reassure it. If you fail, that will be sad. Then we'll make do.
God damn it.
Next time, let me know the part I should play. You're scared.
Huh. Is that obvious?
We've seen it in the initiative species a lot. You all try very hard to hide it.
Yeah, well, we may have overcommitted on the whole everything will be great in the new galaxy thing.
Maybe you'll have to find somewhere else. Many would prefer it.
We're running out of somewhere else's. Offer still stands, Jar. If I say anything odd, I'll give you the breakdown back on the Tempest.
Our translator is very sophisticated. It has a library based on every single encounter with your people. At this point, I doubt you could stump it.
Daxons with erections can't climb stairs.
I stand corrected.
How old are you, Jar?
I'm 27 arbitrary years. Depends which planet we're on. Is age a big deal to the initiative species?
Only in the extremes, and maybe when they mix. I mean, PB acts 12, but she's probably 400. So how do I help?
With what?
The system. We fought beside each other, but you're right. I don't really know what you've had to face. I've nowhere left to go, so how do I help?
Now you're asking the right questions. Welcome to Helios, Liam. Home to all of us.
Okay, what did you really think, day one? First time seeing initiative species.
Your heads are awfully small and smooth, except when far too large and chitinous.
Okay, I see how you'd get that.
Your turn. First time seeing us?
There's a lot going on, skin-wise. Like you were pulling on a sweater and lost interest.
That's funny.
Weird head club. Everyone's a member.
So, Liam, I'm still confused about the non-specific erogenous zones.
Yikes!
Maybe now's not the time?
Why not? I've no shame about my relationship with Ryder.
Yes, but we consider that private, like how Angara never ever talked publicly about being sick, like the other day.
When will you and the Pathfinder start a family?
So,
2 is a family. A good start anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
Liam, share a strange fact about humans with me.
Helium makes our voices pitch up.
A building block of the universe affects your speech. How did you discover this?
Balloons? We really hurt the cat. I hope that helps.
I don't know. Every cat started as someone else. Somewhere, someone has lost them twice.
God damn it, so much. Smells weird here.
Really? Once you acclimatize, you'll realize it's the tempest that smells strange.
I really don't want that. Your training is solid. Almost Turian. Reminds me of a scarred-up merc I tangled with and...
What's the story? I'm very interested.
I just realized how much history I'd have to cover before you'd get how amazing it was. I'll get back to you.
So wait, you're Kesh's father?
Grandfather, actually. She tell you about me?
Not exactly. She did used to swear up and down about a stubborn old fossil, usually while hitting something.
Stubborn old fossil, She's called me worse on a good day. So how'd you meet, Kesh?
A few years ago, I was running with a mercenary band, mostly smuggling work. Nova Force. Ambitious name for a small-time crew. On one of the jobs, I got caught by Kesh. Made a deal. I got her some experimental prototypes out of Terminus. She didn't turn me in. It became a thing. She was always good for jobs. Paid well, and up front. Credits helped me go independent. But then I got suspicious. All the things she was asking me to get. So I asked. That's when I heard about the initiative.
She brought you on.
Oh yeah. I bought the pitch, like everyone else.
You think Kesh lied to you?
Nah, she's not the type. I'm pretty sure none of us really knew what we were getting into. Bamboozled.
Nice word.
Yeah, I learned it from Sid. She's into some weird old human shit.
Good name for a drink. The Bamboozler.
I'd try it. Sid gets me so frustrated. I try to be firm. She pushes back. I lay down the law. She pushes some more.
See, that's your problem. Kids need boundaries, sure, but they also want to know you're not the enemy.
Our dad would not have agreed with you.
Your dad sounds like a piece of work. Special ops, right?
Yeah, something like that. He never went into details.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
I know the type.
Sometimes I wonder what Sid and I'd be like if we'd had a better home life. Maybe we wouldn't have grown up to be so difficult.
Difficult's good, Vetra. You took what you had and made it yours. That's all any of us can hope for.
If only you'd raised us, old man.
Ha, you would have turned out so much worse. Maybe a better shot, though. Looks like the kid was pretty upset with you.
The usual. Curfew's unfair. Staying back in the Nexus where it's safe is unfair. Everything's unfair. She hates me.
She pulled a "you're not my mom" line?
Not this time.
You're doing fine. You ever need a shoulder to lean on, I can, ask around.
Got a box of spares somewhere?
You know it. Oh.
You okay?
Fine. Just the old plumbing acting up. Even most of my guts are synthetic. I'd get 'em replaced, but the warranty's probably no good out here. What do you miss most about the Milky Way, Vetra?
Understanding how shit works. Back home I knew the politics, the people, the places. Here everything's new. You can't play the system when you don't know what it is.
I don't know about that. The way the Nexus treated us Krogan seems like the system came with us.
Look, it's easy. You just pull the hinge back and snap the upgrade straight on the barrel.
Doesn't seem secure.
It's secure. I promise.
Back in my day, upgrades were handmade. Custom fitted. None of this off-the-rack snap-together shit.
Don't say uphill both ways. Don't say it.
Turians didn't used to be so damn lippy either.
So where's Kesh's grandmother?
You're picking an old scar there, Vetra. Rather not pry it open.
I'm sorry. It's just you're always telling war stories, and I thought...
What makes you think that one's a war story?
Drac, how come you like me? We Turians haven't exactly treated Krogan very well.
You aren't like most Turians, Vetra. You know what it's like to hurt a little.
I haven't taken half the shots you have. Still have all my limbs.
Give it time. I envy your forehead plates.
Well, that's specific.
Headbutts are like shorthand for Krogan. Focused spot like that, you'd make a point pretty damn quick. Your kinetic diffuser on the left is gonna fail in a week, maybe 2.
You're guessing wrong. I just replaced that.
Then you owe your supplier a punch. Had one fail during an airdrop. I know the signs now.
Remember that last push before the Arcs left? All that activity for a guess about a galaxy.
I got hit by a power loader. Driver was on 3 calls about where to store rations. Punched it right in the gyros. Made 6 new sounds getting out of bed this morning. Creaks and just things moving. You get that, Vetra?
No, I don't get that. And I sure don't talk about it.
You never tried looking for your dad.
I tried. I asked around. Loudly. Dumb, huh?
You were a kid.
Sure way to make someone vanish is to let him know someone else is looking. Either Dad or whoever it was that made him disappear.
You hate him for it.
Nah. I tell myself he'd come back if he could have. I'll never get the truth, so I'll take the lie that makes everything easier. You know what surprises me? How not angry I am. Sometimes it feels like I should be angrier.
How would that help? Anger only gets you so far before you buck up and fix what needs fixing.
That's you. That's why you got off the Nexus. It's harder to fix something you can't change.
Gonna be okay.
Every time you say that, I believe you less.
Doesn't make it less true. Now that you're rutting like a kid again, let me know if you need the Pathfinder to disappear.
Excuse me?
Just saying, treat her right. I've cut friends loose for less. Goes for you too, Vetra.
Are you worried about your colony?
Of course, who isn't worried out here?
You don't act like it.
You learn not to show it.
Lots of regret on the Nexus about you guys leaving. Most everyone realizes we're weaker without the Krogan backing us up.
Had to happen. We're done being pushed around.
Wasn't us doing the pushing. That was leadership's mistake.
And the rest of you pay for it, the way it always goes, kid.
I could get you an upgrade to a bunch of those parts.
More shit to get used to, but maybe when there's less stuff on fire.
I met your sister on the Nexus. She's really...
Chatty, bouncy, irritating.
Yeah. I don't know anyone like that. She said you raised her?
Well, I tried. She was a handful.
What was it? Just couldn't wait to be a mom?
Excuse me?
Never mind. Think I need to apologize, Vetra.
Now?
Yeah. See, I had an older sister. 500 years older. By the time I was self-aware, she was already a matriarch. In other words, I had 2 mothers, and they tag-teamed, trying to raise me right.
Well, Sid and I had no parents, and someone had to be responsible.
I get it. That's why I apologized.
I doubt you do.
Forget I said anything.
PB? Quid pro quo?
Yeah, sure. You're sorry for jumping down my throat when I apologize for jumping down your throat. All good.
The truth is, I really like you.
Surprising, right? I have to say, I like you too. You're cool. I mean, for an uptight, overbearing older sister. Kidding. You're not a Turian citizen, are you? I just realized you weren't on the Natanus, and you don't act like them.
You're right. I'm not a citizen. I was taken from Palaven real young. Didn't even get to boot camp. A real Turian might look down at me. And so, I'm using my mother as the example of real Turian. I don't remember much about Palaven, but I remember her. She always looked like she was shitting a tank.
Ew. The Angara seem cool.
They could be allies, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up hating us. Damn, I hope they're allies. So why did you come here?
Short answer? Never been before.
That's it?
Yeah, why not?
So, you're a little sister, Peebee. What should I do when Sid refuses to acknowledge me? Very helpful, thanks.
Vetra, you okay? That last fight, you were...
You ever get that feeling like you're watching yourself from afar? And you see everything around you? For a moment there, I saw where I was, who we were fighting, and I don't want to talk about it. It won't happen again. Peebee, what's your full name again?
Peanut Butter. My full name is Peanut Butter. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, have you tried any Angaran cuisine? Fire-roasted spider beetle is the best thing.
Wouldn't touch that even if I could digest it.
Well, no one from the Milky Way can really digest it, but trust me, the consequences are so worth it. Also, the roasting doesn't actually kill the beetle, it just makes it angry enough to spit. Literally. A meat that makes its own gravy. It was amazing.
And somehow I want to eat this less than when you first started talking about it.
You know Ryder won't let anyone else drive this thing, right? What? You've driven this thing? Who else? Is it everyone else? Oh, never mind.
Peebee, you okay? You were making a face.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm still finding sand from Eos in my pants. The Angara were all alone here until the Ketch showed up.
Can you imagine wondering if you're the only sentient species in the galaxy?
Eyes peeled, everyone.
Don't worry, I'm not blinking. If there's something to see, I'm gonna see it. You'll see.
Maybe look with your eyes, not your mouth, huh? This isn't how we thought it was gonna go. But one good thing, I get to see a new galaxy. How many people can say that?
That's the spirit.
Peebee, do you really think this remnant stuff's gonna help us live here?
All signs point to yes?
You don't sound sure.
We'll find a way. Even if it's not remnant, I'm sure we will. So, how do you feel about Sam being in on everything we say and do?
You do know Sam's listening right now, right?
Ugh!
You're really easy to tease, you know that, Peebee?
Not talking to you. Where was I? Oh, right. So, me and the oddball Solarian, whose name I can't remember, we stowed away on a Batarian freighter, ended up skinny dipping in this glass-bottom pool, suspended over... Hey, what's wrong? You bored?
No, not bored. I'm...
All right, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Peebee, it's just...
Just a ridiculous night of stupid, pointless crap anyway.
Okay, look, I'm not bored by your stories.
You sure look it.
It gets me a little annoyed sometimes.
I have that effect.
It's not you, Peebee, it's the stuff. Sure, maybe it was stupid, pointless crap, like you said, but you had fun. I never got to do fun, meaningless things when I was young. I didn't have the luxury.
Because of Sid.
Yeah. Maybe those things feel pointless because you've done it enough to dismiss them.
So listen, V. I'm calling you V now, okay? Next time we're on Kadara, you and me. We'll do something dumb and fun.
Kadara's volatile. I might jeopardize business dealings.
Nah. Don't want to hear it. We'll get you different clothes, slap some face paint on. You can be Thessaria for the night, or Nixiana, or Cleo, whatever you like.
Drusilla.
Aha! You are so in.
I'm in. All the way. Hey, Peanut Butter. You told me to remind you to check your weapon.
Oh, right. Thanks, V. Petra, don't tell any of the others, but you're my favorite.
Why are you whispering? Does that include Ryder?
Shh. V. Hey. V. Vetra!
Oh, right. V. That's me. What's up?
I forgot.
So, listen.
Yeah, I'll call you Vetra if you call me Peebee. Deal? Deal. Can you believe that lady at the Vortex? Shoving her way to the front of the bar?
I'm an Asari. By the goddess, I'm too beautiful to wait in line.
The time wasted might take up 1,000,000% of my life.
Hey, at least it wasn't a Turian, huh? The rules didn't tell me what to order, so I just waited forever.
Nice.
Phoebe, the rest of the team and I have agreed not to ride you about Kalinda.
That's okay. It's not a sore subject anymore. Good. Believe me, I'm writing myself enough for all of you. That's actually really nice of you guys.
So, you've no formal combat training, and I'm counting on you to watch my back. And the Pathfinder's back?
No, I didn't sit in a chair while someone waved a labeled gun diagram at me.
That's not even clever.
I learned how to fight because it was a matter of survival, which, look around, is the situation we're in. So formal? No, but well-trained for what we're up against? Yeah. What was with that fight back there?
It's called flanking.
Your shields were drained.
They're shields. Get hit, they drain. That's what they're for.
Risky. Irresponsible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lecture on responsibility from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just keep your judgment to yourself, unless you want the same.
That responsibility thing. It's about my sister, isn't it?
Good sleuthing, Sherlock. Gold star.
Your mouth's gonna get your ass in trouble.
My mouth didn't drag a kid to Andromeda.
Screw you, Costa. She had a choice.
Some choice. Lose you or come here. Crazy how upbeat she is, considering.
Stay out of my shit and don't talk to my sister. So the rest of the people with families here, you judging them too?
Look, I get it. The initiative sold us on golden worlds. But kids? Even if everything was perfect, it's 600 years and no going back. A child doesn't understand that.
I get you too, Costa. Everyone knows how to parent other people's kids. Get back to me when you're looking out for something other than yourself.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I was blaming you for how shit I feel.
I don't need your explanation.
I figured any doubts I have must be worse for kids. Made me dislike the people who brought them.
So I shouldn't feel bad about your judgment because you figured out why you judged me? You understand why you're an asshole? Guess what? Still an asshole.
You're a go-to? You can get anything.
Not when you start like that. You have cop eyes.
That makes me think your stuff is stolen.
Not a thing. In fact, some is recovered, but you gave me the look anyway, and I don't have to take it. I got some upgrades for your sidearm lying around. Interested?
Good, thanks.
If you're worried about the cost.
I said I'm good.
Don't be a shit, Costa. You don't have to like me to accept that I want to keep you alive. You live, I live. That's how it goes.
Fair. Hook me up. Any family affected by the First Contact War?
You mean the Relay 314 incident?
Well, that's probably a yes, then. Tried some of your dextro protein food.
That's really stupid.
Tasted alright. Until my throat closed up.
Noticed one of your jets not firing properly? Might want to take a look at it.
Shit. That's why it feels like I'm dragging a little to the left. And hey, thanks.
I know groups like Hustle. Always a scramble for gear after a crisis.
Had to fight for what we needed.
That's not changing anytime soon.
Any family involved in the First Contact War?
How could this topic possibly help?
It's small talk.
Small talk is nice weather, not did your elder shoot my grandpa?
Watch those claws, Vetra. Got a couple jabs during deployment.
Yes, and?
So, Vetra. Legitimate business on Kandara.
That's right, cop eyes. What about it?
Check Nexus records when we got back. Not on the books. You didn't declare.
What you gonna do? It's Helios.
Legitimate business my arse.
Ooh, scrutiny. Used to be a cop. I didn't think that was a thing you stopped being.
Depends on whether you ever really started.
So you sucked at it.
Shut up, Nix. Requisitions are lined up for outposts?
Best as they can be.
We need better than that. Lives are on this.
No shit.
This reminds me of that scarred-up Turian vigilante I had a run-in with.
Do I look like I want to hear a story?
Okay, fine. I won't tell it then. Sid's working with you now?
You going to make some comment about how that's irresponsible too?
No. I saw the whole thing go down. Could have been way worse.
Backhanded bullshit.
Okay, trade is up to 6 hex jacks, 2 optical guides, and why can't I just use credits again?
Worried about refunds? Do you want Batarian capacitor dumps for your blades or not?
Okay.
I aim for the throat.
Throat's covered. I go for the eyes. Only place on a Ket head without armor.
Harder to hit. I'd rather go for the sure thing, even if it takes a couple more shots.
Guess I don't go for easy mode.
Sure, catching a gun blast to the face doesn't matter when you can point to the other times you nailed the ego shot. You carry yourself like a soldier, not a cop.
Friends in hustle. Veterans know some tricks. Not recognizing the branding on your kit, Vetra. Custom augments, kinetic redirects.
What I need doesn't come standard.
Holy shit. Heard a weird rumor. Security on the Nexus was eyeing someone in supply? Something about a drop date?
That's interesting. If someone were involved in that, they'd probably move the drop.
Someone could do that, yeah. And you're welcome. We good, Nix?
Why? Is there a problem with your gear?
Never. You've got us in the best tech, sometimes before I ask.
Well, you're a solid wingman, and your work with the outpost is better than initiative training.
Best team in Helios. But you and I will probably live real far apart when this is all over.
Oh, the farthest. Go easy on the gear. It doesn't come cheap.
If we don't push, we're not going to live long enough to wear it out.
Just fine. Run any music during combat?
EZO Core Revival.
Oh, may as well drop guitars down an escalator.
So, classical Turian is like rifling through a toolbox.
Well, that's just good music.
And then he says, I swear I had two when I came in here.
Wait, humans don't start with 4?
No. No, we don't.
Those were some smooth moves back there, Costa.
Don't tell anyone, but I learned that from a vid. Edifice Rex.
Ah, yes, that's a classic, but I prefer the Batarian version.
Damn, hardcore. Vetranix. Pretty name. Which is kind of weird for a Turian.
Do you work hard at annoying people, or is it just accidental?
No, I mean, it's usually things like Extremus or Vindictus or Totally Badass.
You know your problem? You watch too many vids.
Do you miss the Turian homeworld? What is it? Turia?
You know it's Palavin, and you know I don't. What about yours? It's Dirtball, right?
Exactly right. Pretty obvious that Ryder's been, you know.
I just want to get one thing straight. I don't want to talk about it.
Good. Let's not. Always wondered how it worked with Turians. All the metallic pokey bits must be like cuddling a giant fork. Forking!
Oh, grow up.
Hey, spooning's a thing. How many other ships like the Tempest are stashed away somewhere?
Not a lot. A few toys for rainy days.
How much rainier can it get?
Keep that thought. After that fight in Meridian, I'd guess not a damned one.
So Drac, Asari, and Krogan live much longer than the rest of the Milky Way species.
Yeah, so?
But now you've got about as much time left as Ryder, Vetra, everyone else on the team.
If I'm lucky, get to the point.
Must be weird. After so much time, finally facing the end.
Time is time. Number of years don't matter as much as what you do with them. Whatever I've got left's gonna be chock full of living.
Sky's an odd color. Though I guess my eyes are the strangers here. The sky is what it is.
No, it's pretty weird. Nice to see you don't pull your shots when we're fighting your precious remnant.
Can't study them if they kill me.
BB, you're sure you're not half Krogan?
Nope. Why?
Your attitude, aggression, the way you don't take shit from anyone.
My mother made it exclusively with other Asari.
Is that right?
Except when she conceived me. My father was an Elcor.
You've got to be kidding.
Offended indignation. Why? Doesn't it fit?
You're as far from an Elcor as I can imagine.
Then it makes perfect sense, right?
Huh, I suppose so, you little rebel.
My mother had me extremely late in life. She'd slowed down to the point where my Elcor father was the quick-witted one.
Your household must have been a hoot.
That's why I'm here.
Nobody else on the team seems to know much about you.
How I like it.
So why are you telling me all this stuff?
You're almost dead anyway.
Ha 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 ha!
Saw some of your scouts.
Dead, probably, otherwise you wouldn't have.
Annoyed you didn't get a Krogan arc? I mean, I'm not missing the Asari one, but that's different.
And yet somehow we ended up in the exact same place.
Good having some experience on the team. Bunch of baby faces.
I've eaten things older than all of you.
Can't get over how much there is to learn out here. Cutting edge of remnant research.
Isn't that new? Maybe it's the 1,000 years talking, but all this feels familiar.
Want to know why I hate the Ket?
They kill on sight, destroying the Angara, the smell.
All of the above, and I know I'm onto something with the remnant. I can feel it. I want to piece it all together, Drac. I have to. But the Ket being here, they could ruin everything.
Look, I didn't expect such a nasty enemy here either, and I don't have a lot of time. I'll give you the same advice I give myself.
What's that?
Work faster. You're quick to wade into the shit. Maybe slow it down.
From over here, seems like you should speed it up. Never met someone who wore so much dead stuff.
Yeah, you have. Just not dead on the outside.
What was your Andromeda plan? Explorer? Farmer? Furrow dirt with raw scorn?
Always stuff to shoot. Anyone who says different is fooling themselves.
You survived by yourself, I survived by myself. What's the big hairy deal?
We're standing on a lot of bones, know it or not. Why the pistol, PB? Why not something with more heft?
I like to be light on my feet.
But you got biotics. You can make me light on my feet.
You're dangerous enough as it is, old man. What's the worst trouble you've ever been in, Drac?
Look around.
Really? You've been alive 1,400 years and this is the worst?
Trouble always feels worst when you're in it. Everything else is just a good story. PB. PB.
Yes, Drac?
Just trying to come up with a nickname. Your name rhymes with sightsee, gutsy.
PB's already a nickname.
No shit. What's it short for?
Pelisaria Basale.
PB it is. What's with the smudge over your eyes? Trying to be some kind of superhero?
Why all the bones? Trying to be some kind of supervillain?
Yes.
Cool. I like what you said about life and longevity, Drac.
Remind me what I said?
You said the number of years we're around isn't what matters. Back home, I knew so many old Asari who stopped learning, asking questions.
Sounds less like living than waiting to die.
Exactly. I wouldn't trade one of my years for 100 of theirs. Hey, Drac.
Yeah?
Don't go dying anytime soon, okay?
You got it.
Drac, did Gil beat you again?
Yeah.
Me too.
Me too.
No shit.
Gil doesn't lose.
It's so annoying.
How old are you, PB?
100 and change.
You're just a young one still.
Hey, I've seen some shit.
Not saying you haven't, you just got a lot of years ahead of you. Make sure you enjoy them.
What's it like living an entire millennium, Drac?
You want my advice? Take notes as you go. Otherwise, you sort of lose track of it all.
You know, you still owe me a seismometer.
I'm not the brainiac who left it lying around.
No, you're the big-footed clod who tripped over it.
Thought you were good at fixing things.
And then landed your ass on it, crushed it flat.
So you admit defeat.
Things are looking up, huh?
With what?
With the fight with the Ket. We saved the Solarian Ark, gave the Archon a black eye, figuratively speaking at least. We've got a beat on Meridian. Maybe we're winning?
Dunno about winning, but we're making a dent.
Dents are one thing. Let's blast holes in them.
Ha 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 ha. You call this winning, huh? Any Asari been exalted yet?
I'm an idiot. Sorry, Drac. I forgot.
Don't sweat it.
You've been around. Bet you've seen some real craziness. Not just in Helios.
Save it, kid. Go bug someone else.
The hell? What was that for?
Seen 1,000 humans like you. Don't make me pretend you're the one who won't die. You're what, 2? Come back when there's hair on whatever it is you have.
I'm not 2, Drac. I've been around.
I'm 1,400 and something. 2 years or 2 decades. It's the same to me.
There's a difference between experience and out of touch.
Yep, you're not as invested when young shits die. Look, I'm sure you're worth knowing, but all I see is a skull.
How you doing, old man?
Pretty good. Few more pups dogging my heels. You?
Not dead yet?
Yeah? Let's work on keeping it that way.
I didn't know you cared. Seriously, there was no clue you gave a shit.
A younger me would have killed you. An even younger me was you.
Having a vet like you makes me think we have a shot at this. Reminds me of a merc group I tangle with, led by this scarred Turian.
You trying to tell me a war story? How about you just keep your head up?
Fine. Forget I said anything. The more we know about Ket, the more I hate them.
Kid, you gotta catch up. All things equal, fights are won by the side that starts at 100% before the other guy knows they're in it.
Hate hard and hate early. That's your life advice?
That and learn to love fiber.
If I never taste Nexus rations again as long as I live, it'll be too bloody soon.
Yours had taste.
They make any vids about you? Must have.
I probably walked through someone's war dock, but that's not really what we do.
You must have enjoyed the Turians falling into the First Contact War.
Which war? Sorry, kid, I know that was a big deal for humans, but honestly, I've had indigestion last longer. Straighten out, you piece of junk.
You know, I could tune that prosthetic leg. Maybe even boost it.
Or I could give you your own to mess with.
Fine. Limp if you want. Breaking my back out here.
Broke my back in the Skillian Verge, diving through a Batarian scout ship to gut the pilot. Suck it up, kid. What's the biggest thing on Earth? Biggest animal?
We had some extinct monsters back when the air was real rich, but when I left, suppose it'd be the blue whale.
The blue whale. Ever fight one?
Sure, why not? Heard news of trouble on New Tachanka. A massive brawl?
Someone called the clan leader Phage lucky. It's a new-gen insult. Means the only reason a runt like you survived is 'cause the genophage killed the stronger kids.
Holy shit.
Took their teeth out with a crowbar. Got off easy if you ask me. Don't have much use for police.
I get that. But someone has to keep the peace. Turns out, it just wasn't me.
Oh, that's what yours do. Huh. Krogan law enforcement is very different.
Who does your bones?
What?
There was a day you decided, I need some bones on my shit. Who'd you call?
Bone guy.
Bone guy?
Bone guy.
All right then.
You got skills hiding behind those reflexes. Who trained you?
Did a couple of years in law enforcement, like I said.
That's bullshit. Who was the vet who showed you how to move?
Friends in hustle. That's enough. It's good to know there's a Krogan colony out there.
Not for you, there isn't.
Don't worry, we'll stay off your lawn. I'm logging any debris, hoping we can get searches going for Initiative Dead.
Maybe focus on the living.
Well, yeah, but why shouldn't we also work on recovery?
Because it looks like you treat your dead better than you treat Krogan.
Impressive how much Morda got done on Eladin.
What, because she got it done without Nexus help?
No, because it's on the arse end of a desert world.
Oh yeah, it's completely that.
So, Drac.
Answer's no.
You haven't heard the question.
50-50 shot of saving us both some time.
Any insight on fighting Ket?
They die when you shoot them.
I want to figure them out.
They want you dead. Figure that.
Since you're on the team, how many Krogan can you bring back?
Counting me, a good one, give or take.
But you're on our team.
The Krogan, exiles too, they left a lost cause. We got a lot of work to do, kid. Planning any more rescues?
Yes, I know, it was a shit show.
Well, yeah, but a fun one. No experiments or gene theft. just shooting pirates in the face. Sign me up for more of that. I like your game, kid. Soccer, was it?
Didn't expect you'd care.
Why not? I can like something simple as kicking a ball.
But it'd be better with threshing moors and live fire.
What isn't?
I suppose you've seen this sort of thing before.
All new to me.
I thought you had 1,000 years of experience.
It's a new galaxy. Better hope you and your Pathfinder figure it out.
Any retirement plans, old man?
I'll probably dig a nice hole.
Aw, come on. There's life in you yet.
Hole's not for me. There's still Ket out there.
Still alive, old man. Doesn't always end bad for the young'uns.
Careful. That's up there with can't get any worse. Just asking for trouble. Besides, it's never over. Someone down the road always thinks they got you by the quads.
Jeez. What about me? Last count, my quads were only 2.
Don't worry. 2 are harder to grab. You're not freaked out by that bot in Ryder's head? While you two do your business, it's watching.
Don't worry. I've lined my helmet with sheets of SN50.
Does that work?
No, you dick. Sam's just tech. God, you sound old. How long before those eggs of yours hatch? Crack?
Well, you see, depends on the dew claw. Right of life have to kick their way out.
With the dew claw?
Right, you shed it after defeating your shell. Sometimes we keep them.
Oh, my mother kept my umbilical knot.
Did she make a spiked glove out of it? I like her.
You're not like other Asari I've met.
So? Are you typical? Average human?
Actually, yeah. I think so.
Oh. All right. That's sad.
You camped on EOs for how long?
The days kind of bled together. Too busy to sleep regular.
Pretty tough to do it alone, I'll give you that.
Easier than you think. You see people die and just don't do that. Liam, when we're paired up, I notice you're often taking position close to Ryder.
Could be.
Seems like a deliberate attempt to be the one protecting him.
He's the Pathfinder.
You do that when you're out there with the others?
Not so much.
I see. Okay, cut the crap. You got a problem with me, Costa?
I don't know. Are you actually here?
If I'm not, you're haunted.
I mean here. With the initiative. We're doing something important.
And you don't trust me.
Like I said, depends on whether you're here. I don't feel good about poking remnant tech, not knowing what it does.
We know. It makes things better.
But we don't know how.
By being better. Judgy one, aren't you? That the cop in you?
No, it's the crisis response. Most dangerous thing after a disaster? Users.
I'd have guessed bears.
Real close second. Still feeling good about first contact with the Angara. I was hoping for something like that.
Their tech's pretty similar. Kind of boring, actually.
A whole people are boring.
2 eyes, arms, legs, versus remnant that control entire planets. One of those? Yawn. I'm really preferring remnant over Ket, if Helios wants to keep score.
They both shoot to kill.
Maybe. But there's no hate behind the remnant. Just process. The Ket? They're worse. You like things simple, don't you, Costa? Want everything black and white.
Do you have a point?
We've fought together, bled together. When have I not gone balls out to support or protect this team?
Was that for the team or what you wanted from the team?
What's the difference?
Exactly.
So, think we'll end better than the first teams they sent out?
The ones who died. What kind of question is that?
Excuse me for wondering if I should get attached. Been alone before. I can do it again.
Were you close to anyone exiled from the Nexus?
Nope. Wasn't close to anyone who wasn't, either. Don't know why you've got such a wild hair for the rules. Helios is all new to us.
If we don't know the rules, we don't know which are safe to break.
Safe to break? Snore.
Glad to be out of the Nexus.
Careful. We agree on something.
Been watching you in combat. You're a dead-eye shot.
Dead eyes are easy to hit. They don't move around. But what's the point? They're already dead. They're outfitting us a lot better than the first tries.
It's pretty clear they didn't expect people to live. Harsh.
I was there. They weren't betting they'd fail. They were hoping they wouldn't. I need actuators. Watch for observer remnant.
And then what?
And then the same as always. Shoot and loot.
I can get behind that. Tighten up, Purcell.
Really? From you?
Just do it, all right? Too much riding on us.
Too much riding me at the moment.
That pod drop was a bad surprise, Purcell.
Is that your try at a dad voice? A, you're way too young. And B, sorry. Dads aren't the authoritarians in our families.
Not joking about the pod.
Okay. Nice job with those pirates, Costa.
Here we go.
No, it's great. Really thinking for the team when you gave Varand that data. Glad we could help clear that up.
Right PB isn't more likable than wrong PB.
You're welcome.
I'm impressed you're still here, Purcell.
But
you're still here for you.
no, I mean but. I've got a great butt, too.
See? You're just playing. That's not what this is about.
You don't get to say who came to Andromeda for the right reasons. I know why I'm here. You're the one who isn't sure.
Every planet fighting us, every step. This can't be our new normal.
You can get used to anything.
I saw that in Crisis. That far away, got used to it look. Not happening to me.
I think everyone starts like that. It'd be pretty funny if you and I ended up together, huh?
Funny peculiar or funny haha?
I was thinking more slapstick funny, actually.
You're not holding back on the remnant, are you?
I don't get to study them if I let them shoot us.
Fair enough. So, none of my business, but you two are together, huh?
We're all three together, Costa. 1, 2, 3 of us all here exploring. Together.
Not what I meant.
I don't care what you meant. So, are you and the boss a thing?
We're two things. 1 and 2. See? You playing with her?
If she wants. So I shouldn't bother flirting with you, should I?
I don't think that's going anywhere.
My thoughts exactly.
Staying sharp, Purcell.
Like a tack, Costa. Want to sit on me and see? Soccer's so human. Could have been Kylat Ringball. Very popular through the Terminus.
It's 0G, and you score when the ring flashes a color only Asari, Solarians, and Bees can see. Anyone can play soccer.
Unless you have no feed.
I once saw a Hanar keep goal. He was a monster. So, do you like vids?
I prefer doing vidable things, not watching.
Starting to click as a team. I feel like this scarred up Turian I tangled with, and the mercs he... What?
Your head is always in a vid. Make your own story.
It wasn't... You know what? Never mind.
Hey, Costa. Come here often?
Ryder, requesting reassignment, please.
Well, that worked.
PB,
Costa.
nice work.
But I'm just playing, aren't I?
You risk us, I'll call you on it. But you were correct. I don't decide the right reasons for being here. You're an important part of the team.
But
Oh, come on, not that again.
you still don't like me much.
Can you imagine if we only brought people who like each other?
Snooze fest.
I thought you'd be on Meridian full time. Isn't that remnant central for you?
If you go by pure tonnage, sure. But it reaches real far. Have to be out here to get the full effect.